Oh, there we are. Now my YouTube screen on the desktop is saying something went wrong. One love. No, we don't want to hear that. I'm just setting up the live chat really quick. This is going to be like a 30-minute or less video. Well, I already got a thumbs up. I just started. Haven't even introduced myself yet. Just need to catch up on the latest. I am very sleepy today. I didn't sleep well last night. So this will be fast. Hey, Jane. Hey, Ocean Wind. Are you new here, Ocean? Hey, Kathy X. July. Rita Close. Oh, forgot to turn off my my notifications. Now MLB stuff is popping up on my phone. Let me hit that. There we go. Oh, you're new. Well, welcome in, Ocean. Where are you coming in from? Let me just get the screen started in front of me. Let me get everything set to live chat and all chat so I can see your messages on both devices. Hey, Jewel Giacona. Yeah, I hesitated to go on when I'm this tired. Yeah, I was up to working on a video until the middle of the night. And then just when I was starting to get comfortable, that's when my cat starts her, sunrise screaming. And my cat and I actually got into an argument, and I said I didn't want her to live here anymore. No, I didn't mean it, but she's been very quiet now. And I'm gonna shoot for going to bed early tonight. Oh, you're from Nevada. Well, welcome in. Got a couple of nieces over there. Let's see how many people I get. I did a premiere video earlier today on the Alex situation regarding the arrest of the YouTuber. So I did an impromptu live last night, and there was no video to show at that point because it had just happened. Some people came in and just rubbed me the wrong way in the comments saying, I want to see the video. And I'm like, well, obviously you haven't seen today's video. You didn't see the actual, oh no, I was watching the live. Well, you weren't watching today's premiere video. No, but this is a live. It's just like, people. You know what? I give up on trying to explain to people the difference between there's a live video, there's a replay of a live, there's a long form. See, I haven't slept. Long form content tab where it just says video. Then there are shorts, and then there is what's called short highlights of the lives that YouTube makes. And I can choose to put them up or not put them up. So many people are like, hello, I'm here in the comments, but it's like, but I can't see you in the comments if I'm in the chat on a premiere or I'm on a chat in a live. So everybody, you're going to have to figure it out. I could talk till I'm blue in the face, and there's going to be someone that's going to yell at me every day and say, I can't see you, or you're not seeing me. Or I don't see the clip. Where's the video? It's like, oh my God. So go watch that today. Uh yeah. I'm gonna wrap this really, really quick just so you guys know I'm okay. Uh I am in Los Angeles. This is a live. Yes. I know you know that. Okay. Alex was arrested. It's controversial. You can see that video in my video tab. I started it last night, took me 2 days, and then I get like not even 100 views. So I don't know. I'm going to have to still rethink YouTube. It's starting to feel like a job right now. uh, and next week, all the doctor's appointments that go from now till infinity start up. Hey, Leanne. Apparently, he did bail out today. I don't know for how much. He was already out of the slammer by the time I heard that he had bailed out. God bless him. People, if the police come up to you or the sheriff comes up to you and says, stand up, we're arresting you, just comply. You know, don't be a dick. Just comply. Even though I think he had every right to be there. But remember, Sheriff Nanos, he makes the law. I don't know how he does that, but, he puts out an order and says, this is the new law and everybody has to follow it or we're going to get you. And they got him. You know, I don't think he struck any of the officers, but he didn't go easily. So just stay calm. Everybody be kind. Uh, I know that tensions were high and hearts were pounding, and then an officer falls down in the middle. Oh, he didn't have any bail. I know last night they didn't have any bail, but I don't know what happened today. Like I heard that he got out. Oh, oh gosh. See the video. It's part of it's actually quite funny, especially when the third deputy pulls up and he's about 4 feet tall. It's just like, oh my gosh. Then I don't want to be unkind or make fun of anybody. But following up yesterday's story, which is why we went on the air to begin this before all this happened with Alex, there was a report out of Mexico that Nancy may be buried in a shallow grave, but we don't know exactly where. And you would think that the FBI or the sheriff, somebody would make a statement about that. And the sheriff's only statement is basically that he has no statement, that, they're still waiting for credible leads or credible tips. Like basically what he was saying in a roundabout way is that nobody's running down to Mexico to check this out. Uh, uh, yeah, his breathing did sound very rough. I thought he was going to have a heart attack because I too have heart arrhythmias. I don't know if he has an arrhythmia, but he sure sounded like he did last night, where his heart was it was beating like really, really fast. And, I know what that's like. And it's not fun. It's rough every day. But when it's in a dire emergency situation like that, like he could have had a heart attack. I was really worried about him. And someone said that he's a diabetic. And, I don't know the guy. I don't want to discuss his medical information, but, that would just make things progressively worse quickly. I'm glad he's okay. I'm glad he got out. I didn't hear, if there was or wasn't bail other than last night. They said no bail. I figured he'll be in overnight. He was. I guess he got out this morning or this afternoon. The second charges in a week, being a public nuisance times two and resisting arrest. Hopefully they didn't charge him with, that officer falling, which I don't think was his fault. I got to take you out. Thank you. Just not in the mood today. Be a very short show. Just wanted to let you know that, go see that video. I'll post it on the video tab. And also in the community tab, I just posted a link to the Juice's video. That's the Juice. I did another uh, phone conversation with him last night that was live on his channel. And it's at the 2 minute and 40-minute mark, I believe. I've got it posted exactly where to find it because it's like a 7-hour video. And I know who has time to go watch a 7-hour video, but go to the 2-hour, 40-minute mark. The link is on my community post. What a nice guy. I can't say enough about him. Got even more followers last night just by, going into his channel. Let's see. Hold on. Can you wait a second? For some reason, my AC is not coming on. And it's 87 degrees today in Los Angeles. Funny, right? When I told you that, it came on. But not as soon as it should. I don't know why. Usually in June, we have June gloom, and May, we have May gray. No May gray this year, no June gloom. Maybe that El Nino they're talking about that's going to be the worst in 150 years is true, because there's no way it should be this hot in Los Angeles this time of year. Hey, Running Riot, welcome in. Sorry I missed you. I hope I didn't miss anybody while I was just going yak, yak, yak. you know, There's a few things I wanted to bring up, though. This alleged grave that is being misreported as a found grave. I think the sheriff's department might want to take that a little bit seriously, considering they're still considered the lead agency in this investigation. He just, Nano said, well, we have not been contacted by the authorities in Mexico. Well, you know what? Get off your lazy, you know what, and pick up the phone and call Mexico. I sent an IM to that group through Facebook. Took like 5 minutes or less for them to respond. Now, yes, they responded in Spanish, and I had to put it through a Google Translator. But by the time I got off the air talking to you guys about it yesterday, somebody else responded from the group in English, explaining exactly what they do. It's not that hard to reach them. If I could reach them like that in both Spanish and English, I think Nanos has the ability to type an IM, send an email, or pick up the phone and go ringy dingy dingy. What's the story about? Where'd you get the tip? Like, who called in? Because it was called in. Maybe they have a phone number that it was called from, or they could say it was a man, or it was a woman, or it was someone who spoke English or Spanish, or you know Arabic. Who knows? Like, get on the phone, do your job, man. Oh, it bothers me. And, a lot of people too. I know we're kind of like, I'm going into different topics very quickly, but this is going to be a really short video. Where is Annie and Tommaso? It's starting to bother me. I mean, didn't their kid have school earlier this year? What happened to Tommaso's teaching job? I originally, my guess is that they're hiding because 80% of the world thinks that they're involved in this, and maybe they have some security threats. But it actually, something else crossed my mind, late last night while I'm, can't sleep because I'm always thinking about the next video and where's Nancy and oh my God, what's going to happen with this? And poor Savannah, I got to try to just like let my emotions like calm and maybe go to bed earlier, just put down my phone and stop watching all the videos and just catch up in the morning. Um, you know, could it be? And I'm not accusing anybody because everybody here on my channel is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But do you think possibly that they are hiding because they think that they could possibly be facing an arrest? Not because they did anything, but like seriously, are they like worried that someone's going to come after them? I hear that their child is still a minor. Are they trying to protect that child? Are they even in Arizona? Rumor has it, and this is just a rumor, it's speculative, as Nanos would say. Apparently, Tommaso is rumored, I'll be very careful with my words here, to be very close friends with Nanos. And remember, Tucson's supposed to be 20 minutes from Tucson, but it seems like everybody in this case, if you watch my suspect video, and you've seen some of my lives regarding the 6 degrees of separation, it seems like all the characters that are involved in this soap opera, that everybody in Tucson seems to know each other, or they know someone who knows that person. Like everybody in Tucson knows everybody. And supposedly, they go boating and fishing together. And then there's the gambling rumors circulating around both of them. And then there's the unsecured crime scene. And it almost looks like, is somebody intentionally trying to cover evidence? Like, I don't want to accuse the police department of being corrupt, but what is going on? No, remember, he was just like chatty, like a chatty Cathy doll at the beginning of this. And now he just doesn't even say a word on camera. He's just releasing statements online. Like, yeah, we've heard about the tip in Mexico, but, next. Yeah, we heard about the YouTuber that was arrested. Next. Like, what are you doing about this, Nanos? Nanos has little man syndrome. I would call it something else. He needs to retire. Rosa, he was released. Yeah, I know. I'm okay. It's going to be a short one. I'm very overtired. Welcome in, Barbara. Yeah, so, apparently this volunteer group, and I'm sure they're not getting paid. They're out trying to dig graves today in Mexico. Um, Nano says we haven't been contacted by the Mexican authorities. If I could reach this group like that and get a response, the sheriff of Pima County, Arizona, should be able to reach this group if he is the lead agency. I mean, come on. This could be a big tip. This could lead to us finding Nancy Guthrie. Pick up the dang phone. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's got a golf date or a fishing date. Maybe him and Tommaso are going to go out on the boat this weekend. I don't know. Maybe they got a couple casinos to hit, you know? Remember, all this is speculative. It's all rumored. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. Yeah. And thank you for all that have been watching the videos, commenting on the videos, sending me information about Alex. He's not my favorite person. I knew he was going to go down when I was on my live yesterday, and you guys were like, hey, Alex is out in the field. Alex is out in front of Nancy's. And I was like, oh boy, here it comes. And I just got off my live yesterday, and I turned on his live, which I never watch him. I see him on other YouTubers' channels, but I never just go to his channel, but I did. And he was on the phone with the Juice, and he said, oh, here they come. They're pulling up. And then it all went down. And then I went live, but I didn't have the clips yet because it would take me literally 2 days to make a video like that. And his camera was still rolling for a while. It takes a while to do all this, YouTube. So for the people that came in and busted you know, my behind about, hey, but I have no video to see. Go to the video tab and you can see it. I have to be careful though, because remember, I don't want to get busted for reuse content. Also, since the Juice's last video was 7 hours, I figured it would be easier just to put the link up in my community tab and tell you guys where you can go see his video and where to watch if you want to hear our phone call. He doesn't care about anyone, says Kathy. Thank you for the gold coin, Suzanne. Allegedly, Nano says everything in his wife's name. You got to wonder why, huh? Same with Tommaso, giving his wife the power of attorney over their rental property. What's that about? Running Riot. Alex is misunderstood. I did not like him at first, but I got used to him. I like Alex. He's just a hardcore. Yeah, he shouldn't have called the deputy a homophobic slur. That's pretty classless. But, maybe his heart is good, but, be kind to everybody. I tell everybody here, no religion, no politics, nobody argue with one another. You can throw it at me, I can handle it. Do I look as tired as I sound? At my age, with my medical conditions, I really have a hard time getting through the day if I haven't had proper sleep. Even if I didn't get that sleep in the middle of the night, but I just slept through the morning. I just didn't get that today. So, and then I had to, finish the video that I started last night, and there was all kinds of editing issues, probably because I'm so tired and I don't know what I'm doing. So it took a while to get that out. And I think all of 20 people came in. We all say things wrong when we're mad. Yes. And he was mad, all right. But I was truly concerned for his health at that moment. And not because of the deputies, but because he was so wound up. And, uh, I just know a lot about cardiac things now. I'm not a doctor, but I'm a patient. So, um, yeah, exactly. He's out there like all the other boots on the ground, sitting out there in the heat, kudos for that. I don't think he was out there very long. I mean, they were right on him, and there was no farting around. I mean, they got out of that car like, come on, they were aggressive. There was no, you know, hi, how you doing about it. It was just like, come on, let's go. And, he flipped out and wish he hadn't, because then if he had just gone, he would only be facing the second public nuisance charge in a week rather than that. I'm interested in seeing what was on the video Juice was sent. Which video? I did a phone conversation with him last night on his video for the second time this week. Is there some other like video I don't know about? And I have both the live from yesterday where I was talking about it, but it was just the audio, and there was all kinds of problems with the mic. Sorry about that. And then I did the actual video of that video, but I had to put other things in because I can't get slapped with another reuse content charge, and then they go, no more monetization. Goodbye. Screw you. Jimmy, you're useless right now to me too. Okay, go troll somebody else, dude. I just got here talking about the reporters getting arrested. Yeah, go see the video, Linda. I did a video. It's on my channel under the video tab, and you'll see all about it. That's the best to do, is just go see the video and place the comments. And then if you want to hear me and DeJuice talking about it last night, go to the community tab and click his video, which I shared with my audience. And go give him a sub if you haven't already. Super nice guy. Awesome, awesome man. Can't say enough about him. I know that was from the first charges. The person who called 911 lied and said Alex was peeing on camera. Oh, do you mean in last night's fiasco, or when he was caught earlier, because of the KVOA false story and all that? Oh, yeah, that all got started because of that P tent thing that came on KVOA. The one it showed was someone standing over someone in her yard. No, I haven't seen that. Oh, here's another problematic person. I never knew with monetization I would have this many people come in, including some, not so nice people. The person who called 911 lied and said Alex was peeing on camera. Yeah, what are they going to do about this Sue Ellen woman who said that she threw feces and that she, I saw the video where she like floored the gas pedal and almost ran over the juice. Like, she should be charged for that. But no, I haven't seen a video that showed someone standing over someone in her yard. I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'll look it up as soon as I get off the air. He was sent a video where someone thought they saw someone standing over someone on their knees. Oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't heard that. Last night. Hello, Panda. Oh, gosh. No Trump talk here. Oh, it's our friend Wavy Gravy. Time out. 24 hours. Yeah, I just got to switch it up. I can't wear my Rally Roots hat every day. I really need a new Dodger hat. Hey, Tommy Murphy, welcome in. This is a short one. If you just got here, please go to the video tab when this is done, or when you have time. Go to my video tab. Just go to my main, channel page. Click that video tab, and you'll see the arrest video involving Alex Zabel Jr. And I don't know if it's Zabel or Sabel. Not sure how to pronounce it. Running riot. Someone sent him one, but Alex getting arrested. He may talk about it tonight. Oh, okay. I'll probably listen as I'm finally trying to doze off. I need a good night's sleep, and then this will feel more like I normally feel. Like, hey, how's everybody doing? Instead of right now, it just feels like a little bit of a chore. In fact, the ball game that I missed yesterday because of my half-hour video went 2 hours, and then the whole thing with Alex blew up. Now there's a game for me to see right now, and it's like I'm so tired I don't care. But they're playing the White Sox, so that's not very interesting. Hey, Pauline Stansberry. So yeah, nothing new to report on Nancy. They are looking for that gravesite today in Mexico. It's in an area called Mariposa, which is just across the Port of Nogales in Sonora, Mexico. I don't know exactly where it is, but it's somewhere right along the border in an area where there may be a low-lying stream. Um, who knows? It's worth checking out. Nanos, pick up your phone, call Mexico, get something going. You know, he is no help at all. I mean, he wrapped up the crime scene in 20 to 30 hours, and then he was just like, he was done because he had to go meet a media star. And here we are 131 days later, and what are you doing, Nanos? I mean, I wanted to give him grace and respect at first, but not anymore. And I'm sure there's probably some decent officers in that department, but I just haven't seen any of them yet. Hey, Serene, welcome in. Yeah, Running Riot. It's aprildavispi at gmail.com. It's on my main page. My links are on the main page, my email, my mailing address, my business address. All that info is posted. And I'm just gonna kick back tonight, probably lay in bed early, but I will have to set the alarm, for the night pills for the blood pressure and the heart, which should all get changed up next week when I go see the doctor. I'm still dealing with all that post-surgery stuff. It feels like it never ends. I'm sure I'll feel better about it tomorrow, and I'll look forward to seeing him, once I've had a better night's sleep. And that my cat will actually snuggle with me at night like she always does rather than screaming at me. Because I was not happy with her when I got up this morning. Good night, Jane. Thank you, Running Riot. What does that mean? The Wiggy? What? Oh, jeez. I don't even want to ask. Bye-bye. See you in 24 hours. Hey, Anik. Or Anakin. I'm tired. YouTube is hard today. Okay, I got like 3 minutes left. So say what you're going to say. Do what you need to do. Go see that video. Also, remember, go to my community post tab and see the most recent live from last night. It was on for 7 hours with the juice. And we had just like, I don't know, 10, 15-minute call. It wasn't like that first call where I actually, made a video about it. All I did today is I shared his video and I tell you to go hit that 2 hour and 40-minute mark and then you'll hear him. And apparently I was very tired when I called into him because the first night I called, he called, I called, he called, and I was like, oh, thanks for calling back. But this time he just picked up the phone and I was like, oh, thanks for calling me back. Like, he must think I'm drunk, no, he was answering the phone. Hey, it's the juice, and I'm like, oh my God, people are just gonna like die laughing at me. I do remember you, Anakin. My video is under my video tab regarding the arrest, and the Juice's video is under my community post tab, and you'll see the link. And you'll see the exact time to go to. It's like 10 minutes or something. You don't have to watch 7 hours unless you want to. And please let him know that I sent you guys over if you're not already subscribed to him. I was watching, then you called in. You had a good talk. Cool. Thank you, John. I hate to leave with all these people here, but this is a short one today, folks. And I want answers to some of these questions now. Like, why did Nanos just all of a sudden write a law and say people don't have any First Amendment rights? Like, can he legally do that? I mean, I'm not a lawyer. Can a sheriff just put out an order like that? It just seems like I would question that. And where's Annie and Tommaso? And how come it doesn't seem like, at least on the sheriff's end, that they're responding to this tip that was just called in Wednesday? This is not something that happened 4 months ago. This is something that happened Wednesday. Like, we have a tip, and people are out there, digging in the dirt. Like, why is he not responding to that? I just don't get it. Thank you, John. I think I already said that, but who knows? I'm so tired. And my cat, she is so quiet today. The bunny's sleeping, she's sleeping. I know all heck will break loose as soon as I put my head on the pillow tonight. I'm having an off day. But I know there's so many of us going through stuff because, a lot of my audience, a big percentage of my audience, I've looked up the analytics, are people 65 and older, which is a mind blowing. You were a YouTuber. Okay. I will check it out. Yeah, the first talk was much better than the second talk, but you can see I have a video of that. I actually have that on my video tab. The first, it was like a 37-minute conversation. That brought me almost 140 subscribers. And then people were trying to talk to me in the chat last night, his chat, while I was talking to him. But, I have to mute the video because I don't want the sound to reverb. And, he's like, I can't hear, or, I can't like destroy the audio on a show by having my chat or his chat running and the video playing while I'm on the phone. So for any of those people in his chat that were like, hey, it's April, I couldn't see that until till later. You know, kudos to all those boots on the ground. I just told him though at the end of the conversation that you stay out of that neighborhood. I don't want you in any trouble. And he did say that he couldn't fully discuss things because he is now worried about his own safety. So, yeah, he's worried about his safety. So I wonder if he's getting threats. Oh, no problem. I can we change places, Jay? I was just talking about that. I'm so tired today. I didn't get enough sleep last night. Up making a video, and then the cat started her sunrise screams when, my vampire sleep habits were like, I'm just going to sleep and now you're waking up, and, you know, we didn't have a happy discussion this morning. And then she was rubbing all over me like, I'm sorry. And I was just like, oh my God, you're gonna have to live somewhere else, kitty. Ugh, one of those days. I don't even want to ask Anakin. It is scary, Kathy, what happened yesterday, and that Juice has. I know he has to be careful what he says because he also has a public nuisance charge. Um, but the fact that he's like, I got to be careful what I say because, you know, I think he's living in fear. Uh, this shouldn't have to be this way. You know, I don't think that Miss Nancy is with us anymore, and I said that to him last night. And I'm not trying to be negative. I want to have hope for Savannah and for the grandkids, but you know, be realistic here. Don't live in a dream world. This woman is gone, and but I still want there to be resolve. But I do think when you're gone, that physically you're gone, but spiritually you can be wherever you want. And I would think Nancy would want to come home, and I think she probably is home in spirit because that's where she lived since 1975. And someone, forcibly took her out of her home in the middle of the night. And I think the only way, spiritually she's going to be at peace is to be reunited with her loved ones on the other side and to go home. And I think that she is probably aware of every single person that's looking for her, everybody that's making these videos, all of you guys that are watching, what's going on in her neighborhood, what's going on with her neighbors, what's going on with the YouTubers. She saw a very violent scene go down across her what was normally a quiet neighborhood and a quiet street. You know, um, she's not happy about it. You know, everybody be kind. Um, be kind. June 11th, 3 hour and 9 minute mark. Well, I was on there at that time, I think. You mean yesterday's video that I was on with the juice? Because I was on at the 2 hour and 40 minute mark, and you're saying the 3 hour and 9 minute mark. I just wrote it on my little scratch sheet. I don't think the streamers should meet in private to form some kind of game plan. I don't know what you mean. You just looked it up. Oh, you know where you said someone saw somebody in her front yard? I'll check it out. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. I mean, I couldn't obviously hear the whole 7 hour video, and I was busy, making a video myself. Caroline Brown, welcome in. Yeah, most of you guys are going to have to go to the replay on this, or more importantly, besides this replay of this live, go to the video that I released today in a premiere. Oh, thank you for the gold coin. Thank you, Deb. Are you new here? Haven't seen your username before. Welcome in. How are all you new people finding me? I know there's like about 140 new people that have come just from the Juice's channel, which is amazing because I'm such a small YouTuber. There's another gold coin. Wow, I've got 3 gold coins today. Running right. Thank you. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Mostly dolls, helicopters. Where have you been? I definitely remember that username, but I haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Oh, you just came across me 5 minutes ago. Wow. I have over 115 videos on Nancy Guthrie in the live tab. I have a couple of them on my video tab. I also have a few shorts, and I have quite a few live highlights. Running right. You found me from the juice. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Were you the one? Did you find me on that first night I came in where we had the 37-minute conversation and I woke up with like 140 new subs? Oh, thank you for the gold coin. Thank you so much, Pauline. VMIS, looks like you are grouped in with some top YouTubers now. Not really. We're all in this together, folks. Whether we're making the videos, whether I'm sitting behind my desk in Los Angeles or the boots on the ground, or you guys sitting in your homes and you're coming in and you're watching all this, we're all here for the same purpose, and that is justice for Nancy. Yeah, word gets out. Hey, Stringer 440. Wow, I'm seeing so many new names, and this has just happened since I've met DeJuice. Hey, Deb. Dang, why haven't I heard of you? I am obsessed with finding Nancy Guthrie and follow all the YouTubers. I'm 67 years old and new to YouTube. Well, welcome in. I'm a licensed private investigator, Deb, in Los Angeles, California, and started my career in Beverly Hills in 1984. Got my PI license in 1992. Had a business for about 30 plus years. And then in 2019, my life came to a screeching halt, just for the newbies that are here, because of stage 3, grade 3 breast cancer. I still have my PI license. Technically, the business is still open, but I'm, 99.9% retired due to disabilities. And I'm just happy to be here. I started my YouTube channel December 2020 just to document my life. No, it wasn't about cancer. It was just to document my life. Never planned to get monetized. Got briefly monetized in 2024. Was then demonetized by YouTube in early 2025. They told me to come back in 90 days, but I had deleted so many of my videos by then that I lost my watch hours. Didn't really care, didn't think I would ever get monetized again. Just, I make a video when I feel like making a video about whatever it's about. There's something here for everybody. But then I started the Nancy Guthrie lives, and it just caught on because as a private investigator, my entire adult life, I know true crime. And so it's brought in an audience of about, 3,000 people. Now I've got like about 73,000 views a month now, which is still not a lot, but I got 73,000 views, but I'm still around 3,300 subs. So all you guys that are actually sub, that means so much. Running the Juice is very respectful. He was done wrong. I think so. I think he was. Yeah. Uh, but he's very respectful. And I think, had Alex just been respectful last night or yesterday afternoon in Nancy's neighborhood, it would have turned out a lot better for him. I still think he was gonna get arrested for public nuisance, but it's a lot worse now because he made it a lot worse. But I understand, it was hot and tempers were flying. Who is Juice? That's the Juice. I have a video of his. Actually, I have a couple. If you go to my video tab, you'll see me on his channel. The first night, we actually made like a clip of it. And then if you go to my community tab, you can just click his video that I was on last night. Um, yeah, they did. They approached, and you're talking about Alex, they approached him very aggressively, I thought. Like they were just like gunning for him, and he didn't take too kindly to it. Deb says it's heartwarming how Nancy Guthrie has brought a whole streaming community together organically. Yes, not just the streamers, but all of us viewers. Welcome to the tribe, April. Yes. Well, you're welcome to come to my channel anytime, Deb. And I have all kinds of playlists that you can check out, and you don't do that in law enforcement. Yeah, you shouldn't. You gotta be kind. You catch more flies with honey. Racism, white neighborhood, very stupid. Yep. Oh, who sent the flow state? Thank you so much. I'll have to see it off my screen. Then I can see your name. Okay, Stringer 440. Thank you for sending the flow state. It all helps. I'm not doing as well as I was in April and May as far as the views and the income coming in, but we'll see how June ends up, you know, how it falls. I thought my appointment was on the 17th, but now they're sending me a message to say come in on the 16th. So if you don't see me on the 16th, it's because I will be at the cardiologist, and that's usually a 3 to 4 hour wait once you get there because he's, backed up. And it's not an appointment I can do by phone because, they need to hook up stuff to my heart and he needs to listen and adjust meds. And I'm tired of it, people. If I just had better sleep today, I wouldn't be so like, yeah. Oh, thank you, Deb. Appreciate the subscribe. Venus says clearly Alex hasn't figured out yet about the honey and the flies. Yeah. And he shouldn't have made a homophobic slur. I know a lot of people here love him, but that shows to me some character flaws when people start saying things like that. That's like saying the N word or, you know, being a racist or there's just, I couldn't be friends with somebody like that because I try to be kind to everybody. Deborah says she has, or Deb, I have cardiac issues also. Yeah, mine were supposedly due to the cancer treatment I had. But who knows? Maybe it would have happened anyhow, but probably not. And Alex won't. At least he did not cuss out the white car yesterday that stopped and smarted off to him. Oh, I didn't see that part because I was doing my live and then I came in like right when everything blew up. Oh, it was an SUV. Yeah, I didn't see that because I was still doing my live. The missus, yeah, I agree. Yes, I agree. Deb says Alex isn't perfect, but he has a big heart. Sometimes you just have to forgive. Yeah, they seem to be like, "We got you, man," and I did notice that both officers, when he started to resist, and he was resisting, no matter what you wanna call it, he was resisting arrest, and then they're trained to do what they did, and each officer put one leg out in front of his to try to trip him, and instead of him going down, because he's a big guy, the lead officer fell down, and, you heard Alex say, "I didn't shove him," but a lot of things then started to happen off of his camera. Uh, Jace's mom and granny both had high blood pressure. I seem to be the only one in my immediate family that's had to deal with this BS. It's sort of, a double whammy, the heart issues and then the cancer. Oh yeah, Jim neighbor yelled at him. "You don't listen, do you?" Is that what he said? Oh gosh. Yeah, Jay, I know you've been through it too, honey. Running riot. They was pushing and pulling on him too. He had to keep his balance or he would have fallen. It's a tactic they use. Yeah, they were trying to knock him down. And instead his shirt ripped and then the officer fell down. Same girl, same. Luckily haven't had cancer yet. Yeah, don't say that. Don't bring it on. I survived that, but then a couple years into my recovery, I started having the heart side effects. And let me tell you, everything that's happened with the heart has been way more tough than going through stage 3, grade 3 aggressive cancer, chemo, radiation, multiple surgeries. That was a walk in the park compared to the 17 hospitalizations that I've had due to my heart and the all the procedures and the surgeries. Been on meds for 30 years. Yeah, I've been on meds since my 40s for that. You do not escalate like those officers did. Yeah, everybody should have been calm and nice. Uh, Holly Locks, welcome in. I was away for a week for my granddaughter's graduation. Happy to be back. Welcome back, Holly. Yeah, remember, you got a gifted membership. Um, yes, push-pull tactic is common from what I understand. I don't know, that police department, they seem kind of rough and tumble. And I know they're just following the department's orders, but I still don't know how the sheriff can just make a law like that and say, "Oh, nobody can come out and, stand on a public easement." Yeah, Holly, if you have the membership now, even though it's gifted, you should be or you should have access to the custom emojis. And there's not a lot of them because YouTube only lets me have 4 right now. I was informed of law enforcement and saw crooked people. Yeah, on both sides of the coin. I know. Deb, I didn't wanna make fun of the guy, but the 3rd cop looked like my 4-year-old. I know. Oh, thanks for putting him up, Holly. That was actually kind of funny. You have to find the humor in this very, very sad, tragic story. I listened back to the call I was on last night. It was the 2nd phone conversation, not the 1st, but the 2nd with the juice, and I hate to hear the sound of my own voice. Um, and I was kinda like, I was just kinda, I was just kinda tired. I was just like, yeah," and I thought, "Everybody's gonna think I was laughing about this situation," and I wasn't. Somebody just brought Taco Bell? That sounds kinda good. I was think maybe that's what I was thinking about while I was talking to him. I was thinking about that guy. Oh gosh. Yummo. Holly, Alex isn't my cup of tea, but he had a constitutional right to be there. I agree. Now he's been ordered not to go to the neighborhood. They all had been ordered not to go to the neighborhood this week, but he went back. Yeah, I just heard that on my live that he didn't have to put up another bond, which is that's nice. I didn't know that until I came on live. I knew he had got out, but I didn't know that he didn't have to bond out today. I just assumed that he had. And someone said, "Oh no, he got released." JLR was told a week ago not to go there that he's targeted. Yeah, DeJuice is worried for his safety right now. It's got me wondering, like, is he under any type of threat? And he probably is. And I don't want to play the race card, especially me being a white girl. But he's an African American man, and I do think I know Arizona has a lot of mix of people now because many people from California have moved there. Um, so there's more of a mix between Democrats, Republicans, independents. But I don't know. I think there could be some maggots in there that are, they're just spoiling the whole darn bunch. It's like one rotten egg spoils the whole bunch. And I don't know what it's like to, be a black man and to walk in his shoes. And I just think that situation with him was clearly racist. Yeah, the county commissioners make ordinances, not the sheriff. Well, I would think so. But Nanos has made his own rules. Deb says Juice is in more peril because he's black, in my opinion, and he needs to be more vigilant. Yeah, there are racists on both sides. Most sheriffs would ask them to stay away, Nanos ordered. Yeah, once those orders came down, but see, that first day when like three people got arrested, they didn't even know that that order had just come down. It was like the order came down, and 30 seconds later, they were all being hauled off. Like, what? Like, what happened? But but yesterday, Alex clearly knew that he wasn't supposed to be there. Um, yes, Juice is one of the most gentle people I've never met. Yeah. I have a video under my video tab, Deb, of the call from like, I'm so tired right now. It was 2 nights or 3 nights ago. It was in the middle of the night. That's why I'm losing so much sleep over this case. And I actually made a video about it and I tagged him in it. But then there's another video of his. It's 7 hours, so I just shared it today on my community tab. And that's our second conversation about what happened yesterday. Then I also made the video about the arrest. But I had to be careful because, I don't want to get nailed again by YouTube. And they're like, oh, you're doing reused content. And because everybody's playing that video. But, they're watching me carefully and they could just say, you know what, screw you. And we're demonetizing your channel. Then I wouldn't be able to afford to come on here every day anymore. So I try to stay away from that. And somebody tried to bust me in the behind because of like, oh, and you're live. I didn't see the video. Why is it just an audio clip? Because it had just happened. And I didn't have 48 hours to make the video. I was up all night making the video so you guys could see it today. So I told this person, like, hey, obviously you didn't see the video. They're like, no, I saw the live. And I'm like, no, but there's a premiere. And they're like, oh, but no, but you don't understand. No, you don't understand. There's lives, there's playbacks of lives, takes 24 to 48 hours to upload comments. Um, there's a video tab, there's a short tab, there's short highlights. People are like, how come your short cut off? It's a highlight provided by YouTube people. Like, oh, I know YouTube is hard, especially for old people like us, but oh my God. The comments are coming in at such a rapid pace now that I literally can't answer them anymore. But I'm not complaining. I guess that means I've hit some success, although rather small. The Juice will beat this, and so will Alex. Yeah, I hope so. Exactly. They can't change laws midstream. I don't think so. Running Riot says he's not a county commissioner. No, he's not. Nanos acts like he is God. And he's not even responding to this. I mean, why are we here? We're here to find Nancy. That's what we're all here for. That's why we're all friends now. And there's a huge tip that comes in from Mexico. And he was like, I haven't been contacted by Mexico. Even I was able to reach that group in minutes before I came on the air. Reach out, Nanos. Pick up the phone. Holly says, I was driving yesterday but was able to listen to your lives. I heard you call into DeJuice on Tuesday as well, but both times I couldn't participate. You did a great job. Thank you. Yeah, if you go to the video tab, I did a video about my first call with DeJuice, and then I just linked his video today to my community tab. I honestly think they have good civil suits. I think so too. I think they need two lawyers. I think they need criminal lawyers and civil lawyers. Yes, we are all here to find Nancy. Nanos doesn't care about finding her. He deters anyone who tries. It's so strange. That's why I brought up the rumor about him being a close friend, allegedly, speculatively, as he would put it. Is he a close friend with Tommaso's? And I'm not saying that Tommaso did any of this or caused any of this. I'm not going to be that stupid. I think there's a group involved in this, and there's the leaders, and then there's the worker bees. And why is everybody running out of Dodge? And how come, he's getting teary-eyed about the family and, there people are being so mean. Like 80% of the people that know about this case think that the family had something to do with it, whether they did or they didn't. Uh, I'm not a pop. Pop? I'm a girl. This is my Wi-Fi mic. Did you think I was a guy, Deb? Does the hat make me look like is this like a man cap or something? Oh, no. Oh, Holly says, right. Why didn't Nanos call to get info about that too in Mexico? He acts like he hasn't. Are they just sitting around waiting? I guess so. Not actually investigating. It doesn't sound like it, Holly. Jay says he's moved on. Miss 5 says, yes, he's covering for someone. I gotta wonder at this time. Nanos is a dumb A. Something's up. I think that's another reason why Nanos keeps arresting everyone who goes out there. Seems very distracting, doesn't it? John says there's so much hush hush going on. Why? I know. I mean, I understand why, like, Savannah can't say much about this because she probably knows more than we do because she's the immediate family. I understand, like, why her statements had to be scripted and had to be recorded and they weren't live and she's not, like, walking up to the cameras and, I understand that. Deb says, "Oh my god, I'm blind in one eye." My mother was blind in one eye, Deb, and I'm not kidding. So sorry, not sure what autocorrect did to me, mofo. I was like, I'm a girl. But I have been accused of being a man. I've been accused of being a tranny on here. I'm not. I support LGBTQ plus. I support everybody. But I'm not a man and I'm not a tranny. Running Riot. They are exposing his incompetence. Yes. Jay says, my thoughts too. No, my mom was literally blind in one eye since she was a toddler. VMS. Danos is a blatant, arrogant idiot. I hope he gets his karma soon because he is not at all trying to find Nancy. It sure looks that way, unless there's something big going on behind the scenes. But, yesterday he was just putting out press releases. Holly says, You look and sound like a woman to me. Well, thank you, Holly. Yeah, I was kinda laughing last night when I was talking to DeJuice, and I wasn't trying to, like, sound like I was making a joke out of the situation. So I was listening back to it and was like, I liked our first conversation a lot better than last night's conversation, which I attached on my community tab. What sheriff turns over a crime scene within 2 days? It's the first I've ever heard of something like that happening. Seriously. And then let's half of Tucson, traipse all over it, destroy evidence. It's almost like it was intentional, wasn't it? Nano says nothing big going on behind the scenes. Sadly, you probably are right, Deb. I feel like Nanos has had 40 years of lying his way out of everything. He feels invincible. Yeah, remember at the beginning of this case how he got busted trying to take a loaded gun onto a plane to LAX? And he was just like, yeah, everything he has done is totally asinine. Yeah, that's a good word. I like that. Can we say that on YouTube? I just did. Allegedly, everything is in his wife's name. Yeah, I've heard that earlier today on this show. Were you the one that said that earlier, or was that somebody else? That's probably because he probably gets sued a lot. I used to work for a cop years ago who was a former Fed, and I can't say what department he worked for, but he shot 8 people and killed 5. Now, how many cops have you ever met in your life that have shot 8 people and killed 5, and they couldn't have anything in their names? So that's probably why. Oh, it was someone else. I thought so. Yeah, why does Tommaso have, or why does Annie have Tommaso's power of attorney over their rental property, but just specifically that house? Makes no sense. I'm sure there's some, logical explanation, but I can't think what it might be. Yeah, me too, Deb. One thing I have learned is how I have learned so much about Tucson, or actually the desert, and how beautiful it is. Yeah, I met there was a user that, well, not a user, a viewer that came in here, simple kind of gal, and she actually lives in this neighborhood of the Catalina foothills, and she knows Savannah Guthrie. So it's like, wow, I've learned so much. Holly, I have been so frustrated. Wish I could go sit in the parking lot and protest nanos, but I just came back from a week off, so I can't do it. Well, I'm starting to get my little Vertigo episodes I'm almost through this most recent Vertigo episode, but the chat going by so fast because there's so many people in here. It's like, woo, it's starting to, like, if you see my eyes start to bug out, that's just because I'm getting a little bit. I just felt it a little bit just a moment ago. Like, ooh, like, do I need to grab onto my desk? Yeah, it does look beautiful there. But we're also looking at $1 million neighborhood there. Yeah, I've been putting scenes in the last couple of not live videos, but the recorded videos. I've been putting, like, Tucson desert scenes at the end just because it's so pretty. But, thank you everybody for coming in. If you didn't see the video that I premiered earlier today, go see it. Um, go see the arrest of Alex, see how brutal it was, and go see my DeJuice video. Go see the other DeJuice video where I talked to him again last night for a few minutes. Deb says, I am so upset that we will not have eyes on Nancy's house, if only for the few hours that Juice and Alex stream. Now we can't see her property. I know. Goodbye, mostly Dolls Helicopters. I will check that out, Running Riot. 3 hour and 9 minute mark. I will. And then I'm going to get some rest this weekend. If anything breaks, I'll come on, or if it doesn't, maybe I'll take a little break. Just get rested up. I do need to get to my business box because I think I have a few Amazon wish list gifts that have come in. since the last time I was there, and I want to go pick those up and be able to acknowledge the people here. Okay, thanks for coming in. Thanks for the sub. Thank you to all the new people that have come in through the juice or however you found me. And if you guys aren't subbed to him, go sub to him. He's a wonderful man. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take it easy. You guys have a great Friday and have